Alright, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the channel. Looks like we're going live again. Here we are, Weird Games. Papa Weird.
Weirdling.
Alright, someone's in the who's in the driver's seat today? What do we got? That's mine.
Can't have.
Oh, that's my pens. You can't have. Alright. Now. Where are we? Oh, change logs first. I gotta show the pictures I did. All the pretty work. Where are we? Let me see. We've done that. Where did we get up to? Oh, there's our pavilions. There was our glass house. Our fire dragon place. Oh, here. This is where we did the, see, I made the crossroads. They didn't come in exactly on the same size, but you can see the size of them. See a busted one there. And then, so the Titania one, right? But they've left the Titania body and image, but they've put Lilith's head on it as a sort of like Lilith's image in nature, as nature's still kind of like respected, at least here. But it's made to like adhere to Lilith's way, right? Anyway, and then a black dragon. We'll put the black dragon in later. Let me see. This is where we've got
Green druid dragon.
Sure. I got a rock to sit on. I haven't got Mama Weird to draw the dragon yet. But she thinks so. Yeah. The dragon. Sound like you've got speech impediments.
The dragon.
The dragon. The dragon's coming to get me. The dragon. Alright, sure. That's not. And here was the start of the lists, right? Oh no, actually, sorry, that's coming. This is the forest camp. And I put it all on one page, and maybe I'll write a little bit more later on when I fill out the text before I do scanning one day ever. I've just been busy. All right, but we have, yeah, a training ring. This is where the guiles are. They got a room for making poisons and such. You know, it's a storeroom here.
Yeah.
This is a little guard tent, okay. And an eating area. Look, they got enough to sit down and have a, yeah, sure, the cafeteria. More like the barbecue, right? So with their fire pit, here's where the lists start. So you sort of get a sense of the scale of this and how long it's going to run for. Like I'm up to the part where this is where we're working on the overall map. Look, I can put that there. That sits nicely, right?
Ooh,
so there's an entry from there's the entry from the customs. Come in, you can start entry straight into the lists, right? So this is sort of regular deal. Maybe they have like jousts on every other day or weekend on the regular as a sign of like showmanship and practice and keeping ready and whatever else. So this is sort of, you can constantly whatever. So people can come in here, the normies. But all of this is, and the normies, the people who are just sort of coming to visit here, doing trade and visiting some of the gardens and come and look at the crazy harpy creature. That's you know, all here in the open section. And then we got like the secret garden section and where they've, you know, trapped and imprisoned the fire dragon and where the green dragon gets to land and sort of like get revered and sacrifices get thrown to it and stuff, right? Can sit on a rock
Go
there.
dragon, eat this.
Sure, these ones were extra specially naughty and we don't even want to lock them up. They're not even worth the food, but they'll be food for you and we'll get to sit and watch and people can like sit in the pavilion. You can bring your kids down, make a whole day of it, you know,
Kids,
right?
Don't eat the cookies out of the cookie jar or this will happen
yeah, look, if you don't grow up to be a good lawful evil elf, you know, right, then, and, you know, worship Lilith properly,
eat you.
Yeah, you might get thrown down there. Right, so all of this is going to be walled off, but on this side we have like the public entrance and area that they can get into. Lots of guards. There'll be guards here, guards here. This area, the list will connect straight to the barracks. So this is where we're going to move even into today. We're going to have the barracks section will be on a next set of maps or whatever anyway, but the barracks will have an entry section here, and this part here at this end, this is going to be connected to the like the Tempestia's training grounds and the barracks training grounds, and where they keep their horses and also their little Indoraptor, Velociraptor creatures, right? We'll have to work on that as a stat block, right? But anyway, So you can see the length of the list is this big, right? And I think this is kind of short. I think it's 150 feet or so, to give or take, right? And I think that's moderate. I think the length that you might want to get up to is probably closer to 200 feet.
I think
but
that's at least 200 feet.
no, it's not. I've already, because one of these is 10 feet. I've already counted it out, right?
Is it?
Yeah. So it's like 10, 20,
So
30,
these are 10
40,
feet
50,
wide.
60. Yeah. It's to scale. It is crazily enough to scale. But it's I think they're somewhere between 130 feet to 230 or 250 feet, right? So it's slightly small.
So this is only 30 feet wide.
No, that is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. So about 40 foot. But that's just the sitting area of a large rock in the center. The rest of it is a larger circular dugout, right? Like a pit. And they throw people into the pit down there. So the pit itself is what, 10, 30, 50, 70, 80 to 90 feet wide. So it's quite a large pit in itself. You've got about 10 to 15 feet to sort of run around in at the base there, trying to hide from the dragon as it sort of sits on top, pecking down at you, right?
So this one's to scale. This one not to scale.
It's to scale. What part of that isn't to scale? What are you missing?
You said each of these were...
Yes, each of this is 10 foot long, right?
Yeah.
So how are you missing that there is 80, like look, 10 feet, right? That's now 15 feet. So now that's 25 feet. Now that's 35, 40 feet, right? So you got 40, 45 feet here, probably 50 feet, but you are dug down about 30 feet. So from here, from the top of this rock that sits here, you have probably about an extra 20, 30 feet away from the top of this rock to hide from and move around in. Okay. All right. So there is quite a range of movement. All right. We probably wouldn't want to make it like 120 feet wide. It'd just be too big. I think you think about how big it was. We say 10 meters is like 20. How much was 10 meters again?
I can go look.
Wait. Because it's hard for us to convert. I think 1 meter is 1 meter is 3 feet, right? Is that not right? I'm gonna go on here very quickly, right? Where we don't see it. Feet to meter, right? Let's see if I got this right. 1 feet to a meter is 0.3. There you go, right? So meter to feet. Yeah, right. So 3.2, not exact. Okay, 3.2. So if that there's like 40 feet, so it's still close to like meters? 15 feet, 15 meters, right? What is that? Let's do it. Is there a calculator here? Meter to feet converter. I'm gonna get whatever, all of the, oh, that's just it there. Okay, I'm gonna get all of the viruses dying on a unknown site. What did I say? 45, maybe 50 feet at the most, right? 50. Go from meters to feet. How do I get rid of that? Oh, now it wants to do 50 meters, 2 feet. Hold on. I have to turn this around. Can we do that? Sure. There we go. 50 feet to meters. 15, I told you, 15 meters. Okay. So 10 to 15 meters across, which is, like I said, it's about the length of this room that we're currently sitting in, at the full length, all the way around with a big rock in the middle, right? It's the same, about 15 feet tall, and the dragon can sit there on it and eat the things that run around underneath him. Can you see it?
I can envision it.
Now you see it the way I see it? I kind of see it, right? Okay. He's not meant to have too much comfy room, otherwise he's going to take up the whole tile. We won't have enough room. It's just meant to be like a comfy perch up there for him.
Yeah.
And technically it's more like, we kind of, going back to the one with the fire dragon, I mean, this picture isn't good, but on the other page, he's got like 15 feet. So he's got like a 3-meter archway to get into his little burrow. And he hasn't got much room to just sort of like more than his body to sort of fit into a hole that they've allowed him. right? He doesn't even have much room over here. He's only got like 10, 15 feet to sit on over here, where he can sort of sit up at the back of this penned area. So this one's actually given quite a lot of room to sort of have, but then this is where she just sits. She's not chained down, this one, right? This one can fly off and come back. This is like where they just revere her and call her in and like feed her things as sacrifices to keep her on the good side. But she's like a weapon of war for them, you know what I mean? If they were to go to battle and you were to like write out like Warhammer and army list, you would list, dragon, right? Green dragon as one of the fighting creatures in there.
Yeah.
And the harbeast, and you know, you'd choose from some of the matrons and whatever to enlist them into your army, and they're representing your forces on the day, right?
And the red dragon.
Or maybe if you wanted to take him in, but maybe he turns on you in the battle. Like there'd be rules for like every time you engage the dragon, you roll a dice. You roll a dice, you know, on a 6, and you roll the 6 twice, which is kind of rare. You know, you're not going to roll a 6 2 times in a row, right? But on that particular initiative action, it performs its action, but it breaks free and turns on you, and now you've got a red dragon on the field, right? So something like that. But anyway, who's playing Warhammer? So, okay, let's move on. Where are we up to? Oh, back here first. We're going to do the lists. So, we're going to do, I think, about 4 panels worth. Let's move that out of the way.
Just
Let's move that out of the way. We're gonna, yeah, the lists is the name you give to the jousting arena. All right? And it's comprised of several parts, but it'd be like saying either like arena, or you would say go to the... what am I thinking of? Like auditorium, and the auditorium isn't just one room, or the amphitheater. Everybody knows an amphitheater has a stage, but then it also has the seating area, right? Okay, so the lists have like the place where they joust down, but it also has stands and seats to sit in and stuff like that associated with it. Maybe it has like a training area, or an area that the horses can get off and on and stuff like that. You can get off and on your mounts and stuff. The pit stop, is that what they call it, right?
Yeah.
The official term for in the lists is the pit stop. All right, sure. So today I wanted to do, let's have a look. You can have that one. You need that. I need these ones. All right. Where can we see? As you can see, we're going to do this other side over here. Okay, so we have the upper pavilion, and we're going to have, let me see, I should show you where is my master page. So here we go. Pavilion. Look, we've done the poor area. Look, where do we get to? So I got a poor area. We could sit probably like 2, 4, 6, 8. You know, you got
9.
So you got 8 by 4 or 8 by 5. You could you know, you can cram a whole heap of people in
45.
Sure, if you just want to see people into a stand, like when we went to like the SeaWorld, right, and everybody was just sitting on stands, and then it gets busier and you get more in, everybody gets pushed in because you're trying to seat everybody, right?
And
okay,
it wasn't
sure,
even that busy that day. It was like
it wasn't even that busy. That's right. And everybody else who can't sit in these stands has to like stand around and watch from everywhere. But like considering this is a daily or a weekendly or an other daily sort of thing, the regular peoples aren't coming to sit here very often, right?
Yeah.
And the next stands, like the upper pavilions, that's where like known merchants or upper nobles or some of the, you know, the matrons or the, you know, some of the house captains and stuff. This is where they'll sit, right? So originally this would have been upper nobles from the city, right? So we're going to draw that, see how we've got what we're working with here, see the space we've got. We need a pavilion. Oh, we got an entryway for a street on it, right? At the top here, there's at least one street entryway, right? Okay, and there's going to be like a guard shack. A guard shack is a little guard place where we can guard together. Don't ever auto-tune that, make it a song. I'm going to get hit. Hit the copyright from 30 years ago. The 80s was a wild ride, kid. I tell you what. I didn't even get on the ride. I was too short to ride the ride back in the 80s. Anyway, and we're gonna have another stand, right? So here's our other stand, bigger than the other one. It's gonna have like 2 entry sides. These like stairs over here it's gonna have, right? And maybe seat like, you know, 2 peoples along here. You know, so it's going to fit a few people in there. How many is that? 2, 4, 6, about the same amount, maybe a little bit more comfortable in this area. Oh, and look, we've got the lists going on over here, right? We've got gardens. Where's gardens? Yeah, we'll put it up here. Gardens, lovely. Look at my gardens. My gardens are getting better. They look more shrubberied than ever. All right, great. And there you go. Pretty much that's a day's worth of work, right? There you go. There's a room. There's 2 rooms. There's 2 rooms and a big thing to run down the middle. You see? Great. I love it. How did you spell shack? And you spell it with it just... Where's the rest of the word? There's meant to be a C in that word. Where's your C? I don't even think Shaquille O'Neal, whose name is Shaq, is spelled like... I think he's got his with a Q.
Yeah.
Where's your C? Don't put on the wrong... That made it messier. Are you... what grade are you in? First, isn't it?
7th.
7th. I think we'll just put a line under that and send you back to first. Turn the page over already. All right. Where are we at? Turn it over.
Royal Pavilion plus guards. Is this more?
Oh, because we've got another entryway in there, right? There's another one where they've got a little entryway, all right, from the top. Although I think this one's going to be off to...
The side?
Off to this side again. Let me see. Oh, So we're going to put the guard pavilion over in this corner with the entryway there, I think. I got to look at the other sheets and see where it actually comes in on the actual maps. We're going to have the other pavilion, right? Going to be over to here. And we got our list. Oh, the list finishes up. Doesn't quite go that far. All right. Okay. Comes to there. And on the other side. I'm not sure if that's exactly the same length, but that's what we put in the middle. That's where it comes to. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, because this is the next days, all right? Because look, what do you see on the next one? What does it say? Military pavilion, all right? So this is one room. This is our one room for our one day there, right? Same deal. We're going to have stairs on the end, right? But this one here we're going to have, right? This is what the royal one, right? So this is where back in the day the royalties of the elves would have come, but now it's pretty much just Lilith, like the primary grace or the avatar and one of the things. So she's going to have I suppose a big seat, and then there's going to be another little seat and an off seat. So this is one of the matrons, and then one of the house captains or somebody who's more important in the city can come sit down there. And there might be a couple of smaller seats along the bottom here, because this one can probably be raised up. There might be an extra bit of stairway. Stairs. Lovely. And seating, right? So you got a couple of dignitaries that can sit here, maybe 6 or 8. Then you got two of the big offhanders, the right hand and the left hand, get to sit off here. And then this is where the avatar of Lilith can come and sit on very important times if she ever comes down. Okay, that's our guard shack. It's a little place where we can guard together. I'm not going to sing the song again. Okay, sure, lovely. Now the next one is the same thing, but it's the next room. We're going to have at the end of here, right, a military pavilion, because this is going to be another entrance. Both of these entrances, where's that one there? Oh, from the other day, right? Both of these entrances can get into the barracks, right? At the end of the jousting fields, okay? That one can get down, and this one here can get down, right? Into the things.
So does it have a door on it, there?
Sure, you can give it maybe a door on that entrance and a door on the other side.
I'm giving it a double door.
Yeah, it might be about that big. I'm not sure if it's going to even be that big. We'll see.
And then a door here.
Yeah, sure, and a door on that way. So that's going to oversee people being allowed to go further. This is where there's training area down here, right? This doubles down into the rest of the training area and the barracks yards where the Tempesti is coming from, the cavalry, right? So the cavalry's down here. This way's into the barracks, okay? And then we got the entire jousting fields here, the list that run down the center of it. So there's actually no entrance. Where's my pencil when I drew that? There's no entrance off on that middle one there, okay? So that was one that I drew, right? Where did I draw that other one? Yeah, see how this, look, there you go. This one here, like this. There's no way down, but there is a way down over here.
Schwobbly.
Right over here. Yeah, more shrubberies. All right. Okay, lovely. So this is going to be a guard station. Sure, it's going to have like an entrance over here. We'll have a door over here. It's probably going to have 2 sections. There might be a room here, right? And there might be just a counter. I've got a counter here, so you can like seat a guard or 2 behind here. And you got a desk in here, and you'll have someone that sits behind there. See what I mean? Little guard station sits right in there. Lovely. Love your work. Move it on. What is next? What is next? Turn over the page, turn over the page. Oh, there's what we're doing. That's where it's all going to fit. What do you reckon? Doesn't it look lovely now? So you can see we've already got the lists in. All we have to do is draw those extra pavilions and guard stations. Draw another little guard station in over here, much like this other one over, right? They mirror each other. Beautiful. What do you reckon?
Oh, pretty good.
Gonna be pretty? Can they even see it? Look, you got it off the bottom there. They can't really see it. The lighting's horrible. I'll scan it one day. I'll do something productive.
Eventually.
All right, sure. Now, so we don't draw all of this, let me make sure. Where's that other sheet? Where'd my other sheet that we took out come from? Do you remember the other plastic sheet that was sitting in the middle? Here it is. All right, just so that we don't smudge lines while we're drawing. All right? All right, beautiful.
Okay, entry or an admin?
We've done that whole section. Right, that's half our month. Okay, that's to the 15th or whatever. That's half our month.
Today's the 17th.
Yeah, so we're going to do two days here. This is the next section. This is where it joins on. So like the last time, we did the custom section on the bottom, and then did the services section, and then put them together. This is how it's going to be working. We're going to have this relaxation and jousting and pavilion section over here, and this is all barracks and training and cavalry and army stuff. So your general people, even your regular what am I talking about, your citizens, right, that live up here in the city, the actual dark elves, they don't come down here. There's no need for them. This is all army area, right? Okay, this is where you're going to get not real much living area unless you're staying at the barracks.
We get to draw guns and cars.
What?
We get to draw guns and cars and tanks.
Guns and cars and tanks. That's what we want our dark elves to have. Yeah, sure. I don't think so. All right. So the start of our barracks is going to be 2 levels. All right. We're going to have stairs in here, somewhere in these stairs. And we're going to have different services they operate. And the regular army dudes, the custodia, right? The normal sergeants and elite soldiers and the soldiers, right? And they all stay and work on the lower bottom level. But the green custodia, those are the ones that are the arcane knights and the arcane guards. They all live and work and study and plan up on the top section, right? Okay. And we might even have a third one that's just another 3rd level with one sort of section and room on top. That's going to be for the matron of this area, all right?
We really need to get Venus flytraps.
Really? Why?
There's like at least 4 flies in this room right now.
Sure. It's because we're coming into summer and people are cooking prawn. Your mother doing prawn cook up, right? And we live too close to the bin. You know the worst place it was? Used to live, this is in central Queensland, used to live on the back of a race course area, right? Where they kept all the horses, right? And I tell you what, summer was insane. You know what we've got to get? Where's that gun? The gun's not in this room, is it? We can't get the gun now.
We would get the monitor.
And what the gun we're talking about, for all disclosure, what are they called? Bug assault, right? Not sponsored, but go get one, pick it up.
It works.
Sure. I'll get to these flies after the recording.
It knocks the flies out.
All right. Yeah. Kill flies.
Very well.
Yeah, sure. We should have like some sort of fly monster in here. No, we're not doing a fly monster.
Why
right.
not?
Enough talk about flies. All right.
Okay.
Too distracting. Okay. We'll deal with it later.
So I draw a big square.
No.
No?
No. Because the square is going to look like this. Just for a second. Don't draw. Just watch. All right.
You're going to have bearing with you.
Sure. Great. Thanks. You're going to have a big building. All right. Okay. And it's going to go along both sides. Okay, it's pretty much going to be tacked like immediately on to where you come out of the list. Is going to have like entryway in here, like a big gate, right? 10-foot gate. And you're going to have like a guard post on this side, right? Guard post over here, okay? and you're going to have other services rooms over here, right? I'm going to have to draw some services rooms over here. So you're going to have a little door and door, right? So a little guard room and then other services, kind of like cubicles, right? You're going to have little cubicle rooms in here and another exit, okay? And you're going to have another exit over here. The reason that you're not going to draw just a straight box is because all of this is wall. It's an entirely closed thing. And it's not 4 panels of closed walls. It's 4 panels that take up a building, right? So the building's going to be quite large. So the walls run all the way down here, okay? So it's all closed. And on the other side, with this next one, you're going to see that it comes across and it's going to be same thing. It's going to be walls because they join here, okay? Right? So that's going to, what's the next one? Food production, right? And on my sheet here, you can see that this entry doesn't exist. There's no entry. Connects there, but there's no entry. The entry here is at the training yards, which matches up with the bottom of the list. Okay, so you got this entry here, which matches up to the start of the list on one side, and this entry over here the other side. So this is all closed over to here, right? With probably a doorway, entryway over here. Okay, maybe multiple ones on this side when I draw it up. Okay. Okay. So it'll go across, and you'll have a giant. So that'll be the hard walls, kind of like that giant center structure that we did before. Only okay.
Smaller.
Slightly smaller. Instead of 9 panels, it's going to be 4 panels, but you're going to do 2 levels, whereas the other one is 9 panels stretched out. There's going to be 4 panels, but it's going to be 2 layers high.
So right? The other one was 3 by 3. This one's 2 by 2 by 2.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. Sure, something like that. 2 levels of 2 by 2. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Okay, so
this is where, wait, let's just draw it out first, and then you can transpose it. Just wait. Put pencil down. Let's work from here first, because we're going to have, in this area is, go back, what, turn over your page. Turn over your page, back to where, wait. Hold on, no, you're right. What's this one? Okay, yeah. So this is going to be entry and admin. So we've got the entry here, guard, some services. We're going to have another corridor going down here. So generally we're going to have corridors. Where we're going to put the stairway up, there's going to be a stairway. So maybe over here, the stairway doesn't have to be any more than a 5-foot stairway, really. Unless, do you think they need to have a 10-foot ramp or something like that, more of a ramp stairway, or you're just putting a 5-foot stairway in here?
They're Lvl11. They don't care about the people in wheelchairs.
Okay, sure. I meant more for like ease of carrying machinery and transferring goods and things that, you know, so it's easier to get apparatuses and stuff around. But thank you for thinking about the disabled, lawful evil elves and their construction
It's their fault.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we've got 5-foot wide stairs going up. All right. There's going to be possibly, this can be some sort of storage facility in here, and we're also going to have some manner of rooms over here, right, that are going to be like what's the word I'm looking for, either training, right, or for planning. You know, they're going to have probably like, this could be a place where they got the board. I don't know if you've watched many cop movies. You have the cop movie and you got the head cop stands here and all the rest are kind of sitting down, sort of taking notes, right? While they look at the front, you know.
I thought it was going to be maybe like they got one of the war desks.
Maybe they, yeah, well, that's what I mean. Maybe you can have a war desk in this room over here. Maybe they connect to each other, you see. So they can have operational stuff going on, you know, and they have more shelves and stuff, right? So that's what we got here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you can draw that up. While I have a look at what else we got going on. All right, sure. I'm gonna have a sip. Have I had a sip yet? Of the I got green tea today. Nothing adventurous as purple afternoon refreshing potions or anything. And no white lattes today. And no chai lattes today. It is very tasty. I do appreciate the green tea. I do have a fondness for it.
Hang on. I'm still
so you see what I'm doing? See what I'm doing there? See how we're building out like a facility? What you'll do is then, while you do that, the reason that we're doing it like this is Look, guys, maybe this is why you're thinking about doing tanks. Let's hop over to here. We can see this other picture we got going on. Where is it in my... Okay. So the idea is that, yeah, we don't have cars and stuff like this, but what I wanted was a general barracks from a sort of, you know, blueprints kind of model, and we're taking the parts of it without actually having like the modern stuff. Yes, there's not going to be any cars or tanks. We're not having an armory with machine guns or anything quite as crazy as that in it. But look, we will have an entry, an administration, and a storage area. We will be getting onto this kitchen area and some like dining and social areas, right? We've got some room for preparation for missions. I think that's what we're doing here, right? Preparation for missions, where we've got meeting rooms where they can sit, have a lowdown. You see over here, we've got a training room. This is probably with a lot of like seats pinned into the central room here. Let me see. We're going to have...
Where they do lectures?
Sure, that's probably a big, like what you would probably have as a lecture hall. These look to be workspaces for like work groups and stuff like that, or small administrative conferencing call sections. So you probably want a room like we've got there with, like you said, the war desk. So what we're trying to do is hit the general theme of a barracks in even the more modern setting that should have all of the facilities and services, and we're sort of taking it back.
A renaissance.
Yeah, sure. Because we could get some kind of like, back in the day, they did have things like barracks, but they weren't necessarily as large or outfitted with like modern considerations for services and what they had in there. It's pretty much just like a place for the weapons, a place for the men to bed down. Maybe they had a mess hall to eat. But they certainly didn't have any training or teaching areas. They didn't have any logistics or planning rooms and stuff like that so much. They might have had a war room, you know, which was only accessible to, you know, your uppity-uppities. Yeah, sure. So that's what we're kind of going to hit. The only thing we're going to kind of leave out is the garage and storages, but that's going to come later on when we do the cavalry, the Tempestia, right? Okay, let's sort of jump back. Now, did you get all that drawn in?
Yep.
Okay, we've got a picture.
I got the war desk and the wall pushy thing.
Okay, sure. Great. Now, how did you spell? Oh, you actually got all the letters in War Desk. They're not all the same size, font style, or
it's.
But it's there. It is there. I appreciate it.
Is art.
Sure, it is art. It is art. We can say that it's art. And it's not even art. It's human drawn, right? And the way that people feel about these things, there is like, you know, hand drawn's where it's at, my friend. My friend, indeed. All right, so you can see here, next section of the facility, right, in our large barracks building. Okay, still the same level. This one doesn't have a connection to the lists, but it has a connection over here to the barracks. All right, okay, I mean to the training yards. Okay, outside.
Hang on, let me draw the outline.
Draw that outline, right? It goes off there. What? Sure. Yep. So what are we going to put in here? Oh, we want the food and the services and the halls that we had on that other room over there. So we're going to have some sort of let me have a look. What we might run here along here with that there is we'll want the privy. All right. So we're going to have probably have some toilets and stuff like that along here and things. We'll probably have a small storage room, right? Store. And we'll have the privies and stuff, the toilets, right? So that's over here. We probably will want to have like a washroom here, you know, right? Let's modernize it right up. Have washing with maybe cubicles for showering and stuff, right? So this is their sort of locker room, right? Locker room. Great. Okay, now on the other side here, we're going to have oh, the entryway. I'm going to put that over there. Make that into a solid wall. Okay, so we want a food section. Great, easy. There you go. Put a door on here, maybe even a double door on it. Give it an entry off there. There's a kitchen. We've all seen. I've done many kitchens now. We know that I can put an oven in a place and put a, you know, like a workbench somewhere down and a shelf, right? We don't even have to sort of do that sort of stuff anymore. How you going? Got your kitchen? Oh, you drew a line through your walkway. You have to rub out your walkway and look, walkway, and then put kitchen line down. Ah, dining space. Right? There we go, dining space. Okay, so I'll put tables and stuff in there. right? Dining. Okay, and then this is like the relaxation center. Sure, this is where they get downtime, play cards, you know, joke about how that elf was tossed down to the green dragon just before because they weren't lawful evil enough. What were you warning the kids not to do?
Don't steal cookies from the cookie jar.
There you go. Obviously, the kid stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and
That was not very lawful.
No, that wasn't. And the mum, she was rewarded for telling on her child because that's the kind of civilization we're living in. That's how harsh and brutal the reality is. This is like Equilibrium, where you had the kid. Remember when the guy in Equilibrium was starting to get his feelings back, and the kid was like, even to his dad, was like, "Don't show your feelings, Dad." And right then the dad knew that the kid the whole time had been off his dose and had no feelings, right? And that's it. It's like father versus son, son versus father, right?
And that's that for today.
And that's, well, in that thing, it actually is the bad guy in that movie is referred to as father, right? And they are considered his children, the people in that civilization after it.
No,
that's where. Oh, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. I don't know if we're down to burning. Look, I don't know if we're down to burning people's memorabilia and breaking their mirrors and doing that kind of ridiculous nonsense, right? Getting rid of their fairy tales. But I think it's that kind of place where if you mention the name of Lilith in the wrong way, or if you're caught like trying to subvert the justice in any way, that you're right. Look at that fly. It did try to attack me. I have to do something about it here. I might get that. What's that stuff? Citronella. I'm gonna have to get some citronella burning. I got a couple of coils on.
No,
I got a couple of coils on.
I know what you should.
What you burn them out?
No, you should start. You should start getting. You should start growing like Venus flytraps.
And I changed the bin just before too. Maybe that's what the problem was. I changed the bin in here before. Maybe that stirred them up. Unbelievable.
No,
where's that gun? I want that gun.
You should start growing Venus flytraps.
Seriously.
And sundew. Just around the.
Look at that.
Around the house.
Look, we're building it out already. Look. What do you reckon? Facility, huh? Make those match up. That means I got to get to give him a little bit bigger toilet, and that's all right. Okay, so then after that, we're gonna go down here. Oh, we got the stairs in. We don't need any more than one stairway up at the minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is obviously got guard station very close. They can have it. Where's the window? Where's my window color? I was gonna use black. Can't find. Oh, there it is. Whatever. They can have a window through here to be able to see, because this is the way up to, this is down, this is up. There's a way to where the arcane guards and the arcane knights all sort of work out and train and stuff. We're going to do all that later. Have we done enough? What have we done? Are we at it?
We're done.
Do we need to do any more? What's it say? On the 17th? Sure, look, we're in here for a day. I mean, I think we added an extra half of our lesson just talking about, episode talking about
map.
Flies. No. The map. We always talk about maps.
That fly just went and attacked my ear hole.
No way. They do that. That's why, you know why they wear those hats, right? With all the bobbly things on them.
So they don't attack your ear hole?
Yeah, with all the corks and stuff. Pretty much, so you don't end up with them. And you heard about, like, what happened to our eldest, weirdest one, right? Out there at work. He works out in the desert places, and he said there's just so many, you just end up eating them. Right? Can you imagine just eating a fly and having it as a normal thing, not as a once-off, like as a regular that just happens on the daily?
Then you got to swallow a spider.
And then you got to swallow the cat and a dog.
And then
what did they chase after the dog? When did they bring the horse into it?
No. And then you got to swallow the cat to chase the bird out. Then you got to swallow the dog.
That's what I mean.
Then you got to swallow the dingo. Then you got to swallow the horse.
When did dingo ever get into that story?
So we could scare away the tiny dog. That's scaring away the cat.
I gotta go click on this button. All right, say thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, don't! I'm killing the cables. Did I lose connection? No.
No.
Oh,
do
just
the
lucky
things
this.
with the comments.
I tell you, it's a
no hassles.
The hassle's trying to get over your cables and not kill yourself. All right. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
Stay weird, and we'll see you next round.
I think it's raining.